Headphones. There we go.
Okay.
And we're back on Baltimore Flava Radio. Give it up for Diamond K, y'all. He was in a zone tonight, like he was down.
Diamond was like DJ, like he was on his way to the
right,
party.
like he was dancing
on his way to the party.
He changed.
Like, you know how you hear your car on the way to the club, you gotta get popped.
He was changing his shirts while he was DJing and everything. I was like, go ahead. Go ahead, my man. Never took his shades. Never took his shades off.
The other one's back on.
That's what's up, man. Shout out, man. He held us down. That's all right, Diamond. You had people.
Y'all ain't gonna sit here and talk about DJs.
Had people on the right, and not let me do my thug thizzle. Had people on the live in they Betty Boop pajamas ready to dance.
DJ Bop.
That's what's up, man. All right, so we got a lovely young lady in the building with us right now. She is a spoken word artist out of the area. I don't know if she's from the area, but out of the area technically. We're gonna get into that a little bit. Her name is Sturi. Give it up for Sturi, y'all. How are you? Welcome to Baltimore Flava Radio.
Thank you.
Finally.
Yes.
Finally. No, you were actually an easy book. It didn't take that long.
It wasn't that easy.
Well, I did my part just because you ain't. Just because you ain't checked your emails. No, that's what's up. And shout out to Lady Glory for the connection.
Yes,
she hooked us up.
Shout out to Miss Lady Glory.
We were out at the where did I meet? The Baltimore Purge event, and Sturi was it was a cipher. She's like, who? What? The Purge.
Like, what I meant.
And right. And Lady Glory was one of the performers there, and Sturi came out to support her friend, and we connected. And I said, well, actually, Glory was like,
first you said the list was long. That's probably what you told her, because that's what you told me.
well, yeah, it is. It is. It grows fast, man.
List is long.
You know, it is. It is. But we made it happen. We made it happen. So, let's start from like your story, because word on the street is like you just have a lot of passion for like the spoken word and the stuff that you do. And outside of you just writing your stuff down, I mean, like you're really active out in all parts, not just Baltimore, but obviously in a lot of places with what you do. So like, what's your story as far as, you know, your passion for writing?
Well, I started with anger and the fact that I didn't have an avenue to speak on in a healthy way.
You want to broaden that a little bit about the anger?
Well, I started writing, you know, because like I just said, I would get upset and I didn't have a healthy outlet to express that. And there was no communication. I wasn't really taught communication. I was taught to be yelled at and to be demeaned and abused. So one thing I am thankful for is I would be locked up in my room with paper and pencil and books and crayons, and I had myself to entertain, literally. So I started writing a little bit here, a little bit there, and then I recited, and I was already inspired by the people that I was around, which was an ex-boyfriend who had a group of friends who were in a local rap group in Tampa, Florida. And I was always in the studio with them, and I love the art and stuff. So I decided to try and tap it a few times. It was just like I wasn't clicking, I wasn't in tune with it at the moment. And then I got really upset one day, and I woke up and I just laid it down, and then I was like, I'm gonna learn this, I'm gonna memorize this. And I started reciting to people, and they was like, wow, it wasn't just the words, it was the passion. And it did start off with the anger, but then I grew and I learned how to, release it other ways.
But it was an outlet for you. I mean, basically write or punch a hole in the wall, or you know what I mean? So that's a good outlet.
Break some dishes.
You remember the first piece that you wrote?
I do.
Was you on some Jasmine Sullivan's type stuff?
No. Actually, the very first thing that I wrote was it came to me a little odd because I started like in my mind rehearsing these two lines, and they were just coming over and over like throughout the day, and it took 2 weeks before I decided to write my first poem. Okay. And it's I don't even have a title for it, but it goes at last I reach my final destination, and along the way I found my clean space for respiration. Too bad it's something I never had offhand, or maybe wasn't meant to be put in my path. Starting life kind of fast, raising seeds that I didn't have. My life now is taking off my clothes and shaking my ass so I could have me a stash by my side. You know, story, you know, peoples, you know how we like to ride. I'm just trying to stay on my precious little feet. It was either live your life or be weak. But I thank you, Lord, for the eternal blessing you've given to me. My clean soul, my strong head, and a big heart that naturally can't stop from being fed. I believe I was put on this camp with a mission for me to do. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be understood by niggas like you. And that was it.
Y'all see how she switched characters real quick? Right. She went in and she transformed and she finished and then she was like, that's kind of deep for the first one. Yeah. Jeez, me Christmas.
I was 15.
Wow.
And yeah, that's how it came. It came in twos. The first two lines, it took me 2 weeks to write the first two poems, and that was the first one.
Wow, that's deep for 15, especially for the very first one. Wow, that's not quite Jasmine Sullivan, but that's on your way. That's on your way to being Jasmine. So
that was part 2.
Right. So where are you from?
I am originally from New York City.
Okay. What part?
I was born in the South Bronx and raised in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
My favorite BDP song. That's what's up.
I love New York City.
She was like, "What's up, B?" I was like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah, son.
So you kind of lost the New York accent because.
No, I hear it.
Not really. Not really.
She just said really.
Yeah.
She sounded like
they be like really and serious.
That's right. That's my one always. Like,
serious.
You serious? You serious? You know, I've traveled a lot and I also lived in different places. So I have a little bit of something of everything that I've been in. And it's just depending on the type of energy that I am around, what comes out. Because I've lived in the South, in Florida, in Oklahoma, in Tennessee, you know. And now New York, Baltimore. I love Baltimore, by the way. It's been interesting. I haven't been out much, but I love it.
What made you decide to plant the flag here?
I haven't necessarily planted my flag. I am, you know, still feeling my way out to see what is it that I really, you know, where I really want to be, you know, because right now Florida's winning for me. Like when I want to chill, you know, when I get older, I want to know that I'm going to be at peace. I know anywhere you go, you're going to have violence, you're going to have danger. But for the most part, my spirit feels better in Florida.
I'm glad you said that. People are like, I don't want to come to Baltimore. It's too violent. But you from Cleveland, Ohio. You from Detroit. I mean, like, what do you expect? It's everywhere. There's not too many.
Huh?
Why Florida?
Florida, I lived.
It's like most people that retire always goes to Florida.
I'm a summer girl. Even though I was born in the slap of the winter, I'm a summer girl. I love, you know, to feel the sun all the time and be comfortable and free when I want to go outside and take off my shoes and just lay in the grass in my dress or whatever. I feel like that's where, especially also because of the beach. I love the beach. I love walking up and down the beach, the sounds, hearing people out there, hearing the kids play, people laughing, and it's just great energy and to be recharged.
And Matthew hasn't changed your mind one bit, huh?
I mean, actually, I lived there when they were hurricanes.
Really?
I can't remember any of the names, but I've lived there when there were hurricanes. I also lived in Oklahoma when there was a tornado. right down the street. I had to go to a shelter, and me and my girls, she was holding me so tight, and I'm like, she's more scared of me. She was from there, you know. So but it doesn't matter where you go.
Yeah, it's always going to be something.
It's going to be something.
It's always going to be something.
So that's why I say my spirit's much more happier there. You know, as far as what I experience.
So talk a little bit about the work that you're doing with like the youth organizations and the nonprofits and everything that you've been working with.
Before she answers that, can I ask a question? Sure. How did you get the name Sturi?
Sturi.
Yeah.
How did I get it?
Yeah, how did you get it?
Me and my homegirl, who one of my best friends, shout out Dice, Dice Diggum, love you.
Dice Diggum.
That's what I call her. She and I met in some crazy way, but we ended up becoming best friends, and we wrote few pieces together. And she's actually a rapper, and I was the poet. And then she was from Brooklyn, and I'm from Brooklyn, and we was just like, it was just natural click.
Automatic B. Automatic B.
So down the street, going to the store, and you know, I'm talking about the things I have experienced in my life, and she's like, you always got a story to tell. And I'm like,
wow.
But it's a true story. It's all true. And a lot of people don't believe the stories that I tell because of how outrageous it may seem to that individual, because they had not experienced that, you know, that level of. So I was like, you know what, you're right. It's stirring. But it's not your ordinary story.
Right. And that's why I was going to say, is there a significance to the way that you spell it?
Yes. It's the way it's
because
pronounced.
It's personal, right?
It's stirry. The kind that when your grandma says, come here, baby. Let me tell you a story. You know that's going to feed you. It's going to help you grow. As you're going to evolve. And then when you get older, you're still going to remember that. And you're going to teach that to others. And it's going to continue to go on and on. But it's all for the goodness. And it's to bear just the most beautiful fruit, because it's the truth. And that's what sets you free. That's dope.
Wow. That went a little deeper than I thought it was. I was like, I figured I have a story to tell part kind of played a little bit in it. But yeah, that's deep. So before we were really interrupted by Jay. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, that was a good question.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was. I was going to go there too. The work that you're doing with the youth and the nonprofit. Right. Talk about that a little bit.
You know, honestly, my heart is so big that on the outside, I'm so hard. But over the years, from just experiences of that strip you, you know, physically and mentally, but build you spiritually, have helped me to really stand in my truth. And my truth is that I want to help everyone that I can. And if my words, my emotion, and my passion and my art is what is doing it, then I'm going to maximize that. Truly, as much as I can, wherever I can. And if that's with the what they call them, AAs or NAs or domestic violence awareness, whatever it is, whatever avenue that I see that individual can expand from what it is that I do, from my sound, from my vibration, from my frequency, then that's where I'm going to be. And that's why I do it.
Now, common theme for the last couple of weeks, hasn't it? That's awesome. Do you have like any projects or anything that you're working on?
I do, actually. I have books coming up, and I have, a couple other pieces with some music in them, which I'm really excited about. I have the entrepreneur Philly experience with the Sisterhood Project, December the 3rd in Philadelphia. And, just going out there to speak to them and do what it is I do and help encourage and uplift. That's pretty much all you're going to know right now. Everything else is for later.
I was hoping she was just going to keep going. We'll make sure we do that. Absolutely.
Did you see the New York finger?
Stay tuned. Gotta stay tuned. Just
That's
get,
it.
give me a real quick story about how you connected with Glory, because I'm gonna tell you, I can see you two like together and just taking a stage and just owning it for like hours, literally. Whether y'all have that much time allotted to you or not, just like literally taking over a show.
Right. Miss Lady Glory. I love me some Miss Lady Glory. I'm gonna just say that. I actually was doing poetry shows in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I was building, and I had seen that she was coming, and I said I would like to have you for my show, and I ended up going to the Uptown, the Midtown. Midtown book store or something like that in Harrisburg. And she performed, and we met each other, and it was just.
Well, that wasn't that long ago, was it?
That was last year.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember her going to
like August.
I remember her saying that she was going up to Harrisburg to do some performing.
Yeah, so that's how I met her, and we just,
If you guys ever perform together locally, man, y'all gotta let me know.
Hey, I had to get on that one because listen, don't think that it's not in the works.
Okay.
But sometimes, like she, tells me, is you gotta have the sometimes you gotta go through the experience.
I'm listening
to get to that level.
Mm-hmm.
You have already, in yourself at this level, but in order to fully deliver at that level, you have to have the experience. That's why people go to school and people study and things of that nature. And with how she is and how I am is nothing that we have to actually pressure or push to do. And this
It seems like it would be very organic. So I'm definitely, I would love to see something like that. You definitely got to keep me posted on that, because I'm there. Even if I'm supposed to take Jen shopping or something, I'm going to cancel her shopping trip.
You'll know, don't worry.
We appreciate it though. Real quick, just give some shout outs and let everybody know how to they can stay in touch with you on social media and everything. And then I want you to leave us with another piece.
Sure. You can find me on all social media. All you have to do is hashtag TRUSTURI, and you will be able to find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the Snappity Chap.
Snappity Chap.
You can find me.
Jen is looking you up on IG now, so you're about to get your followers up. I was trying to give it to Jay.
Oh.
So you're about to get your followers up. If you just wake up like,
What was it?
The hashtag is TRUSTURI.
Okay.
True story.
And you're on Instagram.
I am on Instagram on the IG. Because everybody wanna IC, so I got it the IG. Okay. You listening?
If you wake up Friday morning and you got like an extra 30,000-40,000 followers,
I say something. That's okay with me, my friend. Okay. That's it. I pay what I weigh all day.
Okay.
So you can bring them if you want to. Because I don't mind, I'll share.
Is this just something that you're giving us, or you just?
This is just something that I do. He just wanted to cut in. Look at
That's off the dome. No, but definitely give us a little something before, because I know you got to get out of here.
Definitely. This piece here is called Minority Report.
Oh boy.
And this piece is the piece that I had written with my best friend Dice Diggum. I love her. We performed it a couple of times. It's always much more powerful, but I still got it. I pledge allegiance to my flag about the United States of the world, nation for which it stands, one nation under Satan, who's invisible with slavery and injustice for all. Everyone close your eyes with me for a moment. Never mind. Fuck it. Keep it open, because you're still walking around addled and blind as the truth is passing you by. There's a lot going on in this world that they say you and I are not supposed to know about. And the ones who know refuse to open their mouth. For they already pledged their allegiance, whether it was knowingly or unknowingly, allowing the hand of true evil to continue growing because they don't want you to know. False religions brewing to implant worldly confusions. Now think back on real his story and what it means. Men traveling from overseas, not with the intention of discovery, but imperialism and greed. The way this land we call sweet home America has been filled with terror. From the beginning, our government leaders from the early patriarch days were already planning for this ending. The way they killed and raped this land from the Indians. And let's not forget that we ourselves were taken. Now, killing, stealing, and destroying are acts of Satan, if I'm not mistaken, but they don't want you to know. No, man, they don't want you to know that your government pays purposely to help our generations get from rich to poor, academically robbing defenseless beings who can't seem to see between the schemes because they don't want you to know. When they said knowledge is power, it was no joke. It's more than a figure of speech, you see. They're scared that the more you'll learn, the more you'll teach about things like MSG and GMO, or genetically engineering our crops to grow, building the Noah Ark towers to save the shit they clone with compounds and artificial chemicals added. What have these devils done to our planet? And have you ever questioned why little boys and girls looking like 17 and 18 at the tender age of 12? And haven't they shaped and molded our generations so well? Where heroes are these actors, rappers, celebrities who sell you dreams of rims, rides, diamonds, and limousines, telling you that your body's the key. Placing various drugs in front of our young cubs, and they'll continue to blindside you with the TV and the media. And you still act like you can't live without the shit that they feeding you. And it's hidden, it's all hidden in our plain view. And granted that even though the resources of education are right in front of you, people are still too lazy to pick up a book or two. All right? No, man, they don't want you to know. They convince us that we're never enough. No matter what we do to get ahead, we're never enough. They lead us to the den of that lion and they pacify us with Obama to keep us from prying. And their hidden agenda. Every office in America is made of public pretenders. You think all these extra tsunamis, hurricanes, and earthquakes are by mistake? You've been sadly mistaken. And a lot of y'all out there are hating this, but nobody's asking where's the line to sign up to participate to change in this, so the brother next to you will scream, no, man, that ain't true, because he don't know. All of this is being done by design by a few simple men sitting at a table in the curtains they hide behind, like Freemasonry, Illuminati, Skull and Bones, Boule, or any other so-called brotherhood trying to deny me of my God-given right, the truth. And I don't need some multi-billion-dollar being telling me what I need to be, because these blood-sucking parasites could care less about you or your life. For God's sakes, wake up, because they don't want you to know that the words I speak are a necessity, you see. It's energy. I speak forth the stop over mind control universally. It's a soft killing operation. Everyone is unknowingly in coordination. Wake up, because they don't want you to know. For God's sakes, wake up, because they don't want you to know that your enemy, her enemy, my enemy is not in the Middle East of these jihads, baby. They're right here in our backyards. Wake up, because they don't want you to know. For God's sakes, wake up, because they know if you wake up, you'll stand up, you'll speak up, and you'll finally come to unite. Wake up. This is the battle for and of your life. My brother, my sisters, learn, grow about the things you need to know. Because now, man, they don't want you to know. And this has been your newly updated Minority Report.
Yes. You better go off.
You ain't got the answer, Sway.
Like, drop the mic.
You ain't got the answer, Sway. Put it down and walk.
Walk away.
That was dope.
So now I definitely have to come and see you live. I have to. No
You
ifs,
woke.
ands, or buts.
You woke. You better wake up. Wake up.
Man,
You better
That's what it
wake
is.
up.
Well, thank you for coming.
That was dope.
You're
and
very welcome.
blessing us. We really appreciate
There
it.
is actually, before I leave, I like to actually do one more piece, if that's okay.
Hey.
This piece.
Story Flavor Radio, y'all.
Hey,
Story Flavor Radio.
hey, y'all better know. They just learning. So the people who know me know the type of regulator I am already. I spread the love the Brooklyn way, but honey,
Spread love is the Brooklyn.
hey.
And
This piece is called Beautiful. Girl, you're so beautiful. Face of a goddess and a body of a centerfold. Lips in a twist that's oh so unforgettable. Breasts voluptuous, hoping he can get a handful. I'm sure that's tangible. Claiming she thick in them jeans, thicker than a Snicker. Can't wait to get in between. And his mind is a picture of him tapping that ass. So he can go and tell his homies how he was tapping that ass. Wishing for this video vixen. Sure, he thinks if he keeps pushing, he can get in. But can you blame him with the way you float in your spandex and your body's bursting like sex is the only thing you thirsty and the only thing on your mind is how you can get the kitty wetter. While the lady's in the cut with her legs crossed, the idea of a true boss, you give her the eye as if it's her loss and go floss yourself around because you're ready to be tossed around. I despise the way you socialize, sexually exploiting yourself, feeling for the spotlight and all eyes, how you all the way live, how you busted wide open. Kill all that trash and riff-raff. I'm hoping that this spoken word will give you the real at last. Your early stages of education was a misinterpretation of what real beauty is, my dear. Your beauty is effortless, and it's hard to see your beauty in all its purity when ever since day one, your appearance has been under such scrutiny. Propaganda, this illusion of a fictitious perfection that keeps you second-guessing the blessing that you possess inside of you. Intelligence in women is severely feared. That's why they misguided you. Told you that your body's the key to success, so you proceed to dress like a prostitute to reach your ultimate altitude. Physical appearance doesn't last long. You got to stay true to your essence and be headstrong. Help my young ladies to surpass this self-abomination, charting the beginning of a spiritual, mental, emotional decontamination. The perception I hope to change is that you are beautiful without exposing yourself in the tricks you pull, without society telling you what or how to do, but because of your intellect that doesn't step till it's correct. Respect, better defined than the thousands of words you'll find in any dictionary, thesaurus, encyclopedia, Wikipedia, Ghettopedia, what have you. Find the courage to love you, for beloved. Look at yourself in the mirror. No need to take a picture. Love yourself, hug yourself, think highly of yourself because you are beautiful. Now that's beautiful.
Baltimore Flavor Radio, man. We out. Thank you.
That's it. The show's over.
I'll let you come back and just do a whole
no
show.
disrespect, little mama. Now.
All right, man. That's
Yes.
Story, man. Give it up for her. Love you. So gracious. We're going to take a quick break, man, and we're going to take some pictures, and then we'll be back with Jen with the juice. This is Baltimore.